Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So as you can see, I have a guest today. Okay, so her name is Tawongile. She's a very good friend of mine. She's saying friend is like it even feels heavy. She's just like a big sister to me. She's literally my sister. And today we're going to be talking about friendship since we have this amazing friendship and we just just want to talk about friendship and share about it, and let's just see what we can learn from each other. So let's get right into the video.
Keep shining. You gotta keep it 100 every day. Being like just keep it shining every day. Better do what you got. No matter what life will bring, keep shining.
Okay, so we're just going to be throwing questions at each other, and we'll answer them. And yeah, I hope it will make sense to you. So before we go there, do you want to say anything more about yourself other than that you're Tawongile?
Oh well, the other thing about me, I'm in the village.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I've been in Vietnam for the past 5 years. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I've met this God brought me this interesting human being and it's less boring, trust me. Yeah. Other than that,
People they like me some so.
well, yeah. Let's get into the
But
friendship
children of
topic.
God us. We love God. God loves us.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that's what even makes our friendship more interesting. We are able to mix things
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about friendship, like I said. So to start with, I think we all know what a friend is doing. Okay, maybe we can just briefly say what it is. Yeah, so a friend is somebody whom you have mutual relations with, and you are friends. What do you want? And yeah, that's a friend. Mutual relations, like you get each other, and then you
agree that let's ride together.
Hi.
Like
Guys,
what's
that's a
more
friend. You know what a
important?
friend is? Do not a friend.
Like what's more important is
Yeah.
mutual.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It has to be mutual.
So, what are the things that make a friendship or that make a real and good friendship? Because man, kuna that fake friends, half friends. I don't know what you call each other, but what things make a friendship, a real friendship?
Well, things that make a real friendship. I was almost saying like I say it.
You don't get it. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So, things that make real friendship. First things first, as we know, there are levels of friendship. You
Yeah.
first start from acquaintanceship. Yeah, that's where a person that you just meet today, and then you get along. Maybe you get along because of a joke that someone cracked, and then you laugh over it. Maybe even say you have this conversation that
Like following
just
that.
click. Yeah, that's an acquaintance. That does not mean you've become friends. No, I met this friend Babasi all over station, all over. Guys, no. There are levels on how you make friendship, and it starts from acquaintanceship. Yeah, so that's an acquaintance. That's how you make friends. So you decide from there. Do I want it to develop in something more?
Yeah.
So from there, you need to be intentional. You need to be decisive, and for you to make a decision, you need to make an informative decision. That's where you learn what this person likes, what this person stands for, their values and whatnot. So you make a decision from there, and that's when you decide, is this person a good person for me or not? And then from there, you need to be intentional. Then there's need for respect. Yeah. And basically those things need to be there. Respect, intentional, because when you're intentional about certain things, and reciprocity, being reciprocative in a friendship. You need that makes a good
Shouldn't
friendship.
be one-sided.
It shouldn't be one-sided. Just as she said in the definition, it's mutual.
Yeah.
It's not a give situation. It's a give and take. Give and take. Pada pewa chosa vifunika vapoela lap so that you don't drained. You find that this friendship is draining you, and you find a situation where you start going behind that person's back. That person does this, that person does that. That friendship is not healthy. You need to be able to face that person. So it needs to be a 50-50 situation.
Yeah. So for me, there are three things that define the things that I call friendship in my life. Like, if I'm going to call a person my friend and we've established a friendship between us, there should be communication. There should be very good communication to a level whereby I'm not just telling you things, I'm not just saying things, like you're not just hearing, but you're actually understanding what I'm trying to communicate. So there are times when someone tells us something, we're not understanding it in the way that they're trying to tell us. We're understanding it like
the way we want,
the way we feel about it. I think good communication is where if I say something to a friend of mine, they are getting it in the way that I am meaning it. You know, what I'm saying is what they're actually getting, not like they're understanding it in a different way. So if you have that level of communication where mumve se sana, I don't know how you can say it in English.
Emphasis.
You're hearing. No, you're listening. Anyway, you're listening. You're actually listening.
Yeah, you're listening to understand.
Yes. So that level of communication, and then there should be trust, whereby ni confident muntu, and also just there isn't that sense of nikamuza chintu. Maybe I'll hear it from this side, or maybe the way they'll react will make me uncomfortable. You know, there is that level of trust that brings security, you know, and then also love. And I think this just hold everything together for me in a friendship, you know, because when there's love, when there is trust, when there is communication, you have that way of communicating well, building each other, respecting each other. There's just that good flow of things, if you ask me.
Yeah, like it just makes your friendship easy. You don't even have to try hard, especially when your communication is healthy.
Yes.
It just everything blossoms, and it's healthy, because communication is like the water of the friendship. You're watering this plant called
and
friendship.
It's growing. Not my friendship, no singa muze just so that react kuiba. I mean, yes, there's that level of knowing each other, but like you shouldn't be, you know, like
closed up.
You shouldn't be like tied up, like you can't
come out. Like, just feel free. Because I find it difficult, especially when I have to tell something to a friend, and then if you feel uncomfortable telling that friend, who are you going to tell? Because it concerns that person. Meaning you have to tell that person. Why should you go elsewhere to tell somebody what?
So unless if it's an issue where like you're just trying to get counsel, like, oh, there's this thing that happened and I'm trying to tell her, or you're trying to correct a friend and you are trying to find a better way, and you ask people like, how best can I, like that? Not where friendship ika communication, I think, you know. So how do you make friends?
How do I make friends? So first things first, just as we said, we are children of God. You know, the children of God. Our lives are centered on Christ. Yeah. So even as you are making friendships, you make sure they're inspired by God. Don't just make friendships anyhow. Yeah, you know. So you need to be intentional. Being intentional is very important. Like, I think I say intentional almost like the whole time. Yeah. I have a friend who even calls me misintentional. Like, you need to be intentional and willing to do certain things in your life. And just be real with yourself to say, okay, even if you like a certain aspect of this person, but if the major things
are not there,
throws
the whole thing away.
Because that little thing won't help you, it won't take you anywhere, it won't build you in any way. Yeah. So above all else, your values and principles and goals, like, are they marrying? Are they complementing each other? So it all comes down to that. If these things don't, and the other thing is that if this person you're considering to be your friend, the acquaintance, if the acquaintance you're considering to be your friend, if at all their values threaten your relationship with God, for me personally, it's a no-go area. Yeah, and I'll try to put them in the way that they should walk, but at a distance, as an acquaintance. Yeah, because
a friend is someone you bring in your corner, you know,
in your inner circle.
like you feed from them, they have an impact on who
yes, like they have a direct impact on your life. Because you know, friends are people that we run to. Friends are people that we run to for advice. I think friends are the best people that we talk to if you're that person.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most of the time, like some of us who have got healthy relationships, like our best friends are your boyfriends because like they're that best friend.
Yeah.
But again, there are those friends that come second. Yeah. So friends are the people that we tell almost everything. I think they rank number one from our families.
Yeah.
They know most of our businesses more than our families. So it's important to make a good friendship, a healthy friendship, so that even as they talk, believe you me, words have got power. Even as they are talking into your life, they are building it. Even when you seek counsel, you know, the Bible in Psalms 1, it says that when you seek, blessed is the one who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. You know, so it's a principle thing, it's a biblical thing. Don't seek counsel from people who are ungodly. Like what seeds are they planting into your life? Because those seeds they are planting, they'll grow. And what fruits will they bear
in your life?
Don't find yourself in friendship, if you understand that word. Has run away. Yeah. So you shouldn't the word has gone.
You shouldn't what?
You shouldn't oh my god.
Equally yoked.
Mabandos ya chizungu.
Okay, so how do I make friends? How do I make friends? So I'm a loud person. I don't know if I can call it that. I will talk to literally everybody, anybody, literally. And so when it comes to making friends, I've learned to draw a distinction between just how I'm just talking to everyone and at the point where I'm like, oh, now you are my friend, you know. So I will talk to literally everybody. I will make conversation as long as there's something maybe that we can talk about, or we've just met and there's something you said and it's like, oh, I have an opinion about it. We'll talk. But from there, the point where I would decide to open up to you, you know, to bring you in my corner and everything, is like after maybe we've talked a little bit more and there's something I'm noticing you that like I'm like, oh, that's interesting, or that's something I would like to vibe with for a longer time, or that's the type of person I would like to keep in my life, you know. Or just like from the conversations you can tell like this person thinks a certain way and I'm interested, like, oh, I like how you think. It would be good if we, you know,
Right together.
we guys take the next step from being acquaintances to being friends, and then you know, even in the zone of friendship, friends are also at different levels, you know. So also even in that zone now, there's a certain point where you're like, okay, this one will remain here, this one will come now in my inner circle, and all that. So that's basically how I make friends. I'll talk to anybody, but from our conversations I'll be able to tell that, okay, I want you to be more than just this person I laugh with, to be someone I can confide in, to be someone maybe I make plans with, to be someone maybe I can do something with or chill more with, you know, from there. And also, you know, as you're getting to know someone, you can tell like their behavior, like, oh, this person, the way they behave, I would want them in my life. So yeah, basically like that. And also just like some sort of advice I can give as you make friends or as you choose friends for yourself is just make sure, like I think you had mentioned something about values. Like make sure your values and their values agree. You know, two cannot work together unless they agree. Mongangene mo friendship, then mapezeka encourage a friendship yama setting. You believe in something else, I believe in something else. Then Monday pezeka we're always clashing. It just damn you nice. Who wants to always be tense with people, you know? So just make sure you've gotten to know something about what that person values, and you know, and even maybe mwangena mu friendship, then my values here in Delana. It's okay to pull away for your own peace, for your own well-being, you know, and also for that person, that person's well-being. So yeah, that's how I make friends. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, friends with somebody, right? And then like, how do you deal with misunderstandings in a friendship generally? Like, not my misunderstanding maybe to Masoya. Okay, there are those misunderstandings where you just brush off. Like Makalipstana, this time in the evening you start laughing about something else, you know those ones. But then like you've had a misunderstanding and there's that tension, there's that you know, and then also where you feel betrayed by your friend, things like that. Like, how do you handle such in friendship?
So that's like, how do you handle betrayal? Misunderstanding, how do you handle them? Especially like for a friendship, I would say for a friendship like ours, and then you betray me. You know, like like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like
like it's unbelievable. You'd be like, and if you hear it from someone else, you'd be like, no,
yeah,
not my friend. Like you would really bet on it, like no, not her. But if it would take the same person to tell me to say, okay, Chimava.
That's the point.
Chimava. Yeah, yeah, Chimava, such that you'll be in denial, like you don't want it to be true. You'll be in denial, like, it's not true. But then you need to accept the fact that it happened and you have to deal with it. Yeah, mostly, I think mostly why we are in denial is because we wouldn't even want to like deal with it. Like it's hard.
Yeah, like that's my friend. You know, when someone who's not close to you, like, you know? But somebody who's
close to your heart, like, like was like, like how do I hate you? Or how do I, you know, behave in so it's kind of hard. But anyway, you need to deal with the situation, because either ways you need to face it and move on. For your mental health and for your friendship, you decide whether you want to keep the friendship or not. And your decision should be for you, not for the other person. So you need to deal with the situation either ways.
Yeah.
For your mental health and just for your friendship. You need to be intentional about the decisions that you make after the argument. So first things first, if anything, like for me, when something happens, I would want to deal with it like there and then. Like I need to talk it out.
The situation.
Yes. Like I need to talk it out, or else just be in my head. Like I won't be me.
Yeah, you want to be yourself.
Until I talk about it. Like I let it out of my system. Yeah, but if you feel you're not in that state where you can talk, because if you talk, other things will just come out of your mouth. You need to just find a place where you calm down.
Yeah.
And then deal with
just
yourself.
Retreat, regroup. Yeah.
Also reflect on what you're going to say. You reflect on the importance of your friendship. You gauge if it's worth staying in it or letting go, whatever you decide. You even decide on what you're going to say, how you're going to approach the whole situation. Then you go on and talk to the person, confront the person, your friend, confront your friend. Like, dude, why would you do this?
Johnny!
Like, what made you do this? You know, because it's friendship. Like, you know, when I decide that you're my friend, then you're my friend. And I hold you dear to my heart. Like, I'll protect you. That's what friendship is all about. You protect each other. You protect each other's everything, you know. So whatever threats come your way, you need to protect each other. Yeah. So when your friend does otherwise,
Yeah.
like you'll be like, are you really my friend, or you've been
It
pretending
brings
all
all
the
those
while?
questions,
Like the trust just like
Yes.
is like
Trust is
just
broken.
there are loopholes. Like you create loopholes all because of that, and that bond just breaks. So you just need time. Even after you talk about it, the person who apologized and everything, you need time, because
It's like you're rebuilding, especially if the damage was big.
because the apology won't fix everything. You need time just to like regroup yourself, restructure the friendship again, just decide, because trusting someone is a decision. You need to decide whether you're going to trust them or not, and where you're going to place them now as your friend, whether they'll go back to acquaintance zone or you know. That's just how it is. These things are normal. Like, it's normal. You're just a human being. We are not like God. If yeah, so that's how it is.
So what would I do in the case of? I think she said most of the things, but just so you can hear my voice too. So misunderstandings. Like she said, I'm the type of person who likes to confront situations. Like, if there's something maybe that has hurt me or whatever, unless it's very trivial, like it's very small, like unless it's like negligible, like whether I confront it or not, life will go on, you know what I mean? I will ignore it. But where I know that it's something that's affecting me, it's probably affecting what we share, I will make an effort to be like, whether it will be like I'll be chilled about it, or it will be like you really need to listen to me or whatever, but I will confront something if I feel like, okay, boy, apa tinachitane bwino apa or sunanchite bwino apa, you know, something like that. And then in the case of something big, like you have betrayed my trust, you have betrayed our friendship. You know, if it's a big thing, say what you have done could ruin my life. For example, anchita bad mouth kunchito, you know, just putting me in that position where it's ruining my life, that's a big deal. First of all, coming from a friend, it's a big thing. Like you said, it's hard when your friend betrays you. Like something that's coming from someone who you've considered a friend, and you're like, why would you do that to me? Because already you're hurt, and then second of all, it's already taken course over your life. It's already changed something about your life, you know? Already, like, even if I forgive that person or I say, okay, Vasila, it's still taken course, and me going through maybe the consequences of the thing that person has done to me or said, like the example I gave for pushed a bad mouth, maybe kunchito, people start treating you a certain way, they stop giving you opportunities. Like, the more that happens, kuja kunchito, the more I remember what you did to me, you know, that type of a thing. So that was just me trying to give an example. So in the case where it's that big, what would I do? I need to now think about whether you are worth it. Like, are you worth staying in my life or not? Like, it's generally, I believe in acting towards people with like love and with grace, and just like having that forgiving heart. Just as a child of God, it's in me to always try and consider, you know what, I should probably try to understand them or give them a second chance and stuff. But the level to which you do a certain thing will show me who I am in your life. And once I feel like you probably don't place me there, you place me here, I will now start acting like I'm here. So depending on the level of the offense and the thing you've done to me as a friend, I'll either choose to keep you at that level of friendship, or to retreat slowly and just be like, uyu ni mzanga wapatali, or ni acquaintance manje, or we'll just be relating on these issues, I can't open up to you anymore, or you know, that type of a thing. Like, it just, that's how I would deal with it. Like, I would just try to think about it at least, and you know. And then sometimes it's okay also to get counsel from other people who are sound-minded, people who are, you know, like you can trust them and they are you know, you can just consult with people like, well, this thing happened between me and Tao. What do you think? Like, they will tell you, and then they are not biased. They are looking at it from outside, you know. So they will tell you, and you obviously in advice. Once when we get advice, come on, kind of getting like it makes sense. Or,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that's how, on a personal, I would handle misunderstandings, betrayal. But betrayal, everything. And even when you decide to like keep the person in your corner, like maybe you've understood, like okay, maybe they were just in a weak place and stuff. It's still hard. You have to, like you said, it's like you start rebuilding the friendship again. Like trust is broken, and trust is earned. So even if you say, okay, fine, we're friends again, you will not trust them the same way.
Yeah.
They'll have to prove themselves again.
Yeah, and the other thing is, that's why it's important. Acquaintance kuja, like even when you're getting involved in a friendship, like when you're starting out a friendship, is this person mature enough?
Yes.
Because you have to ask yourself, how would you deal with this situation? Or maybe they'll tell you about experiences they've had and how they handled their
And you'll be able
their
to.
issues. You'll be able to say, oh, okay, this person handles situations in a mature manner, you know. And then if there are those people whereby something happens, they can't even apologize. They'll act like the victim.
All the time.
Like that's
flipping
not
a table.
healthy. Like that's not healthy. That's toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that thing again. Yeah. So the other point that
I wanted to make.
when making friendships, you also need to be aware of yourself and the other person, whereby so the kakamiza on this person, like to them you're nothing to them, you're just this person they know, but you're busy to chawa shani yeah ever
Like they're about to read the signs.
Yes.
See your vibes.
like some people will be like abanao you know, like abanao.
Like-
So you need to also read
Yeah.
that. It's
True.
important.
Very true. So this far, I think we've spoken about what friendship is, the things that make up a friendship, how we make friends, how we deal with conflict in a friendship, and all of that. I think we've spoken about that.
Yeah.
Because if we have misunderstandings and all that, that's like conflict. So yeah, we've talked about those things. That's just like, those are like the basics of friendship. You need to have like those things sealed, or at least know how to go about those things. So we're just trying to first talk about those things before we get into this other part of the conversation. At this point, we just want to like have some questions that like we can bring home, like just like if in a friendship or you know, like what can you do when, or what do you do in a situation where, yeah, from this point at least, tulikuwa na idea of what we are talking about, what friendship is and all that, so we can dive into this.